Alright guys, so basically I want to talk about my life. So my name is Kalila and I'm 18 years old. My birthday is October 15th. I have one sibling, it's a brother. And I have no parents. My mom passed away in 2015 from sickle cell, and my dad passed away in 2019 from liver cancer. I'm living with my grandmother. I have an uncle who is my dad's brother. On my mom's side, I have a whole lot of aunts and uncles because my grandmother, who passed away too in 2015, actually, she had 14 kids. So some of them have passed away too from sickle cell. It's just something that my mom's side of the family and me deal with. Like, I don't have sickle cell, but I have the trait, so I can't, have kids with somebody who has the trait as well or sickle cell, because then the baby will have it. But basically, like, okay, so I grew up in this little town, and sorry, my pimple is bothering me. I grew up in this little town, and I went to elementary school there. Well, preschool. Actually, I went to Head Start first, whatever that is. Head Start, preschool, kindergarten, and in the same town. And then I went there all the way up till 4th grade. And then when I was entering 5th grade, I wanted to go live with my dad. So I lived with my dad, because I lived with my mom and aunt and my brother. My mom and my aunt are both gone, but my brother is here. So we all grew up in the same house. Well, no, me and my brother grew up in the same house. But basically, so 5th grade, I moved in with my dad. I had to live with my grandmother for a year because he was building a house and it wasn't ready yet. So basically, yeah, so I've been living here since 5th grade. My mom passed away. My aunt passed away in 2014. Then my mother passed away in 2015. So I didn't have to go back there anymore because I used to go over their house every weekend, and then it started to become every other weekend, but now they're both gone. And then, so I was living with my dad from 5th grade to 12th grade, and basically I went through middle school, almost done with high school. So, in June of my senior year, so yeah, at the end of June, because I had already became a senior, my dad was talking about stomach pain. We were like, okay, just stomach pain. And it ended up being cancer. And he went into the hospital on September 13th and never came out. So, around that time, we lost our house. So, basically, I had 2 hamsters and I had a dog. And basically, when we lost the house, my hamsters were gone because we couldn't bring them here. I live with my grandmother in an apartment, and you can't have pets. So my hamsters had to stay there, and then eventually the cops took them to a pet shelter. They were like, you can go get them. I can't go get them. I'm living here. So I never got them back. Never even get to say goodbye. I know it's an animal to some people, but to me, animals are like a family member, And then basically my dad had to go live with his grandmother, which is my great-grandmother, and my dog was there. And then before he went to his last chemo treatment, he put the dog in a doggy daycare. I never seen my dog again. So, and then my dad passed away on October 16th, which is the day after my birthday. And at least he was with me for 18 years. I can't be really too bad. But when my mom got sick, and this video is gonna be all over the place, but when she got sick, one thing about my mom, okay, so she has sickle cell. So when she had me, she went into a coma for 7 months, and then she was paralyzed from the waist down. So basically, it was nothing new to see my mom kind of sick, because she was sick all the time, not really from the sickle cell, but just from being in a wheelchair. So when she was sick, of course, no, I did not expect her to die, not at all, until they put her on hospice care, which I hate when hospitals do that, because I feel like you're just giving up. And I understand, oh, there's nothing more we can do, but have you tried everything in the book? I don't think so. So when the last time I actually seen her, she was really sick. She didn't recognize anybody, and it was really sad. But my aunt too, She was sick all the time. She actually wasn't supposed to live past like age 3. She lived to 50 something, you know, a miracle. And she was sick all the time too. So like seeing people that are already sick is not really like, I'm not saying, oh, I don't care. I do care, but it's just like, it's not nothing new to me. And then when my dad got sick, now my dad, he was not the healthiest eater, but he ate, like, he may have sweets every now and then, but he ate like fruits and vegetables and like turkey burgers and stuff like that. He didn't eat actually beef that much. He worked out every day for 30 minutes, never missed a day. And then like to me, in his, like, he was probably sick twice in my entire life. Like my dad was just really healthy, and then for him to have cancer and then to see him being sick, like he stopped working out. My dad loved video games, like obsessed with them. Stopped playing his video games. All he would do is sleep all day. That made me sad. So, well, basically that's my life. So after he passed, I'm living with my grandmother. Actually, it was before he passed. I was living here since September. And like, I mean, life is not really okay. Like, because if you really think about it, I have no parents to come to my graduation if I have one. I have no parents to see me have kids, to be grandparents. I have no parents to come to my wedding. Like, I'm just, you know, it's sad, honestly. And, you know, never in a million years did I think I would be 18 years old and no parents. I never thought that, but who thinks like that? But no, I never thought I would be burying both of my parents. Like, yeah, you're supposed to, in the way, you're supposed to bury your parents, and they're not supposed to bury you, but I'm 18 years old, and they were young. Like, my mom was 40 something and my dad was 50 something. That's young. People are living to 117 these days. They were young, and it's like the sickness took them. So, but living here is like, it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like now I only used to see my grandmother on the weekends or like once a day, and now I'm here all the time. So it's just kind of like, when you're around someone all the time, it's like, it's more, you're more prone to argue. You're more prone to get annoyed with, you know, because you're with them all the time. I was with my dad all the time, but he stayed in his room and I stayed in my room. That's just how we were. Like, we had a good relationship, but we just didn't really talk like that. Now, with my grandmother, so I had to burp. I don't want to be rude about it. But with my grandmother, it's like I said, we're together all the time, especially now since I'm not in school because of the quarantine stuff. We're together all the time. I love her to death. I love all my family to death, even though half of them I don't even know exist yet, because one thing about my mom's side of the family, they don't keep in touch. There's a huge family and don't keep in touch. They'll be like, oh, how come you didn't come to my baby shower? Didn't even know you was pregnant. Didn't even know you was having one. You didn't invite me. Then they're like, oh, your brother didn't tell you? First off, you have my number. Like, so, like, okay, I'm the grown, but it's like, you still could, like, I'm grown now, but all them times you could have called me, told me about it, and I would have told my dad, and then he would have took me. My dad had no problem taking me there, but they just don't reach out, you know, and it's sad. But I ain't gonna worry about it, you know. I'm gonna do me, you know. But anyway, over here, like, this family, my dad's side of the family is really close, and that's a good thing. Like, that's how I want to raise my kids, to be really close and to talk to each other every day, even if it's just like a text. Like, be close. I talk to my brother like once a month, like. But anyway, like I said, go back to what I was saying, that I'm not in school, so we're together all the time, and it's kind of like more prone to get an attitude. But I'm not gonna complain about my life because people are worse off than I am. But I'm 18 years old and it's April, almost the middle of April. And as of right now, after our spring break, we're not going back to school. So I don't know if they're going to close school indefinitely or they're just going to close school for a little bit longer and see when this virus goes away. But, you know, when you're a senior, there's things you're looking forward to, you know. You're looking forward to, like, we have an ice cream social. We have a pride picnic. We have this thing, I forgot what it's called, where we go out and it's like a lake and you get to swim in it and you get to jump into it. Like, only seniors get to do this stuff. Well, the pride picnic is for everybody, but certain things, and it's like, I wasn't going on a senior trip, but people who were can't go anymore. And like senior prom, graduation, and like, this stuff may not happen. Like, my school has not said prom's not happening, but what they did say was that they postponed it till June 12th. So that means we're not going back to school in May. Like, what does that mean? And Personally, I used to want to graduate a lot, like, and I mean actually walk across the stage. But first off, stuff like that is so nerve-wracking to me. I have anxiety, and that is, whoo, that is so scary. But the fact that my dad, I mean, they will see me because they're up in heaven, but they won't physically be there. My dad and my mom and my aunt won't physically be there to see me, and they're the people I was close to. Like, me and my mom weren't really that close because I think it's because of her going into a coma for 7 months. And I was basically raised by my aunt, so I basically had two moms. But we weren't really, like, we didn't really have a good relationship, and I regret it now. Like, it's weird to say that if I knew she was dying, I would try to, you know, I would have tried to be better. But it's like, that sounds selfish, don't it? But I hate how I didn't actually try. I mean, granted, she's an adult, she could have tried too, but sometimes she did try, and I would just shoot her down, and that makes me sad. But ain't nothing I can do now. But basically, this senior year is just ruined because of this thing. It's nobody's fault that the virus came out, because it's just life. Like, when the flu came out, this is how it was. When Hurricane Katrina came, that's how it was. School was closed, so there's really nothing you can do. But now that I'm home every day, there's things that I want to do. Like, I want to do organize my room, because it's like, I guess because I'm bored, and I want to do something I never wanted to do before, which is strange. Like, now I'm starting to do my hair, and I'm starting to try to cook more. It's weird, like. But basically, plans for my life. Ooh, Butterfingers. Plans for my life. I want to go to a community college for 2 years. Then go to a 4-year college. I don't know how many years though, because I want to become a teacher, and more so either preschool or kindergarten teacher. Because one thing all my life, I wanted to be a teacher, and I always wanted to have kids. So I want to have kids. I want to have probably 6 kids. Like, it's always been 13, I think, and that's not really exaggerating. My grandmother had 14 kids, so, but I probably would just have, like, I want to have 6 kids, and I think I still want to adopt at least 1 or 2, because I feel like I would be a good mother, and I want to provide for a kid that is in need, you know, in need for a happy and loving family. But basically, yeah, like, I want to go to college to become a teacher. I'm gonna go to community college first, because college is expensive, which is crazy. You need to go to college to get a job, but they don't make college accessible to you. But I ain't gonna complain about the government and stuff. That's not even really government, that's just the whole country. But we gonna do it like that. We gonna go to community college, save some money. I don't want to be in debt either, because think about it, teachers don't make that much. You know, it's not like I'm going to be a doctor, because if I'm going to doctor, I'm going to go to college for 10 years, but I'm going to make a lot of money to pay it off. But it's not the same for a teacher. So that's basically what I want to do. This summer, I want to get a car and a Mini Cooper. And I don't plan on getting an apartment until after the 2 years of community college. And I plan on getting a job once this is over, like a part-time job, and then so I can make money, and I plan on keeping the job during college so I can have money coming in. Ooh, I'm so burpy. But that's basically my life. Like, I probably didn't leave everything in, but what I did growing up is I did like dancing, I did ballet, I did cheerleading, gymnastics, bowling, karate. I think that's it. Basketball. Now I don't do anything. Well, of course, nobody would be doing anything right now, but I'm the type of person that gets bored of stuff. So I would do something for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I even did music lessons. I forgot about that. Unless I'm a well-rounded person or something like that. But the thing I actually liked the most was gymnastics. Never stuck with it. I wish I could go back, but it's like, at this point, I'm 18 years old. So if I ain't start nothing, then I ain't gonna start it now. That's basically my life. Like yes, I had a lot of deaths in my life, and I'm not broken though, you know, because I always bounce back. I know God is on my side, and he's watching my family, and they watching me. But that's all I basically have to say. I just kind of wanted to explain myself, because every now and then I'll probably talk about my mom or my dad and I'll be like was, because they're not here anymore, sadly. But I hope to make them happy, and I hope to just be a great person and do great things in my life. I want to be a YouTuber. And I wanted to be a YouTuber for a long time. And I just want to be like a little bit famous. I don't want to be like Beyonce or nothing. I want to be a little bit famous. I want to be known, basically. I want somebody to see me on the street and want to take a picture. That's just something I'm looking forward to. And I want to be a great teacher. Like, them kids are going to remember me their whole life, because I just want to be a great teacher. Because I have not had a teacher yet that I could say that I enjoyed having and that I will miss them, you know? Like, no. Like, of course I think about them, like, oh, she's a good teacher, but she's not like the one I want to be. I want them to be 30 years old and think about me when they were in kindergarten. They're like, yes, that teacher was amazing, and have all their kids come there. Like, that's how I want. Will it be like that? I don't know. I hope so. You know, we don't even know what the future is going to hold, to be honest. You never do, but more so now. Because what if this thing lasts till December? What are we going to do? Like, but, so let me talk about how I feel about the coronavirus. When I first heard of it, it was like, my friend was talking about it, and I'm like, what is that? But then again, we have so many stuff going around in our school, I just thought it was that. Like, because every now and then we have, like, kids getting acute bronchitis, and I didn't even know that was, what's that word? Or when multiple people can get it from each other. I don't know the word right now. And then another thing that goes around my school is a stomach bug, and like teachers be getting it. I never got it. I'm just lucky, I guess. But yeah, I'm lucky. I don't want that. I don't even know what that holds. But then the first thing I actually seen about this was on Instagram. They were like, people were like falling over dead, and I'm like, could people do exaggerate stuff? But I was like, oh my god, that's so scary. And I didn't think about it because it wasn't in America yet. And then boom, came here, and it spread it within days. Like, every state had it within days. That's crazy. So, and then like at first they were telling people not to wear a mask unless they were sick, and then so people are doing that. And then all of a sudden they're like, you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. So now can't leave the house without wearing a mask or gloves. You can't, most stores will not let you in. It's just kind of crazy. And obviously something like this is going to go worse before it gets better. But I just hope they find a cure, a vaccine or something, because come on now, like, it's not safe at all. And it's like, how long can you stay in your house? Like, oh my god, it's so boring. That's why I got my Switch. That's not going to entertain me for, well, I get up at like 9, I go to bed at 12:30. That's not going to sustain me all day. But and we're on spring break, so I get no work. When I get work, at least I have a few hours to do something else than just sit at a computer and play my Switch. But I don't know. I don't really have much feelings for it. Like, I mean, it's scary, but at the same time, I'm like not really worried about it. I guess because I'm home. Like, if I was like a nurse, or like, I don't know who else works. People at Amazon still work. Then I would be scared, like be like cautious of not getting it. But I wear the mask, I wear the gloves, I go wash my hands and my face when I get back home. Like, I'm sure I'm fine, you know. And like, I don't know, I just think it's crazy that something like that spread it that fast. Because I mean, they said that you can have it, like, not even have the symptoms. So it's just like crazy. Because when it first started, I was like freaking out. I was like, I feel hot, my throat was hurting. Yeah, but I'm fine, you know. But that's how I feel about that. This is just like my life and the current events happening in it. But I'm not really worried about prom. Like, I did buy a prom dress, and I did buy jewelry and all this stuff. And then we may not have one, but I'm gonna put my dress on, put my stuff on, and guess what? I'm gonna have a photo shoot. I'm not worried about it. Because something like this is not gonna stop my life, you know. If I can't go to prom, we may have a mini prom, me and my friends, and I'm gonna do a photo shoot. Because it's like, it's not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna get my hair done because I ordered the hair. Like, no. You know. Now graduation, like I said, I don't care. They send me my diploma in the mail. thank you. Like, so one of the biggest fears since I became a senior was walking across that stage. I don't want to walk across that thing, but because you know me, I'm gonna trip, and I can't even think. I don't even want to think about it. It's like terrible. But I mean, a lot of people are saying, they're like, oh, the one thing my mom wanted to see me do was graduate, and I'm like, I can't relate. I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. But like, of course, my grandmother and my uncle, but it's just not the same as a parent being there supporting you from the sidelines. It's just not the same. But that's all I basically wanted to say. It's like a little chit chat. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I need to start looking at the camera. But bye guys. Thank you guys for watching.